Hey, what's up guys? My name is Blinks, and today I want to take a look at a draft that we did against Kappa Wolves in the August North American Road to BlizzCon qualifiers. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play the video of the draft and talk about what's happening as it goes. So, we won the coin toss for this, so we got first pick, and Kappa Wolves picked Cursed Hollow. We were thinking that they might try to cheese us on a map like Haunted Mines or Battlefield of Eternity. So it was pretty unexpected to us that they picked Cursed Hollow, and we still weren't sure whether or not they were going to play Standard. So we started off with a Johanna ban. And basically the reason we did that is, right now two heroes that are really powerful in the game are Zeratul and Kael'thas, and we wanted one of those heroes. So it's up to Kappa Wolves which one of them to give us. But if we had either one of those, we were going to be really safe against any possible cheese. So they picked Kael'thas, which means they gave us Zeratul, and that's actually the hero that we wanted, because Zeratul, just his Void Prism and his Roam Potential and his damage shuts down a lot of possible cheese. And just outside of that, he's an amazing hero who's good in a lot of comps. So I'm pretty sure here we go ahead and pick Zeratul. So after the Zeratul pick, we're thinking about like what kind of comp we want to build out of that. Obviously, we can't go into a Kerrigan comp because double melee assassin is pretty easily countered, especially when one of those melee assassins is Kerrigan. So our choices at this point are build an Abathur comp with Zeratul, build double tank, you could build double DPS single healer, you could even go something like Zeratul, damage, Tyrande, tank, support. All of these things are completely open to us. That's why Zeratul's really an incredibly strong first pick right now. He fits into pretty much any comp. So the comp that we decide to build is going to depend on the comp that they try to build. So they start off with Zagar, which is pretty obvious. Zagar is really powerful right now. She's one of the best laners in the game. And if you guys are like in a Hero League draft, and you're thinking about what damage to play, and you see that the other team doesn't have very good wave clear or doesn't have very good laners, sometimes picking a Zagara will just let you win the early game, and then her ultimate, Devouring Maw, is also incredibly impactful in late game. So even though the flavors of the month right now are Zeratul and Kael'thas, Zagara is still incredibly strong. She was actually pick banned in 100% of games during the BlizzCon North American August qualifier. So we kind of expected them to take a tank here. Leoric's really strong right now. Even though he was nerfed, the fact that he can come back to life on the map, and while he's dead he can do things like slow people, it's just incredibly strong. Especially early game when his death timer is like a few seconds long. It's really useful to have Leoric to help fight at those early trip fights. Because even if you go in, you trade a bunch of damage, and you die, as long as your team's there, you're going to come back to life full health, and the people you're killing are not going to be full health, so chances are you'll win that trade. But anyway, at this point it kind of looks like Kappa Wolves is going for a push comp. Leoric's swing is really good at clearing waves. As I said earlier, Zagara is one of the best laners in game with her Hydralisk, Banelings, and the push she can get from her Roachlings. So now we're kind of looking at what to do to counter this push comp. So one of the things you can do to counter a push comp is get Abathur. And the reason for that is, since Abathur A puts down Locust, and B can potentially soak a lane if somebody needs to rotate, you put Abathur in the lane that that is being pushed, so it has a Locust, and then if you need to rotate down and kill them, you can you can hat the lane that's not being hatted, and Abathur's symbiote actually gets experience, so you're not losing experience when you rotate. It's really strong. However, the reason we picked Murd in there is just we weren't really sure what Kappa Wolves was going to pick. it looked like a push comp, but we couldn't fully commit to it being a push comp. So we picked Muradin. He's a very strong overall tank, and Johanna was banned. We didn't want them to ban Muradin. We still wanted a tank. And at this point, they banned Jaina, and we banned Uther. So the reason they banned Jaina is because Jaina, Muradin, Abathur is kind of this, like, Jaina Muradin is kind of this, like, incredibly good roam comp, and then when you put Abathur on top of that, or if you stick a Zeratul in it as well, almost no hero can live through a Muradin stun plus a Jaina combo plus hat damage. So obviously they didn't want us to have that. It was a really good ban by them because it's something we wanted to pick. And the reason we banned Uther basically is A, we didn't want them to go for a Kerrigan comp, because Kerrigan comps can be really strong against Abathur comps since they just straight up engage, and maybe you don't have time to clone, maybe you don't have time to react, and Kerrigan is a lot weaker without Uther. So now they have 2 picks left, and these are kind of the picks that are going to tell us whether they're going for a push comp or whether they're going for something totally different. So the Rhaegar pick from them makes a lot of sense, because we have a lot of burst in Zeratul, and we have even more burst in double Zeratul. This game, basically, we're looking to, at least based on what they see now with the 3 heroes that we have, we're looking to go in, like, stall a fight from happening for 5 seconds. During those 5 seconds, clone Zeratul, and then blank on a target with double Zeratul, clone, and kill it. So Rhaegar's Ancestral Healing is really good for that, and it's a really good pick by them. And then the Sylvanas pick just shows us that they 100% just want to go push comp. They want to win the early game. And at this point, we're kind of scared of them picking up a second tank. So let's keep watching the draft. A second tank would kind of mitigate, like, if they pick up a Nubarak, for example, or Arthas, that's going to give a lot of damage mitigation in the sense that there's going to be another body, there's going to be stuns, there's going to be roots, there's going to be a target that we can't necessarily burst down. So we're expecting double tank here, and that's one of the reasons that we go Malfurion, just to have a bunch of AoE sustained healing, things that like can't be interrupted. Root is going to be really strong for us because if they go double tank, we can just root when they try to engage, and we'll have a good disengage. And Nazebo is also pretty strong against double tank. He just does a lot of damage. If we see that silence is gone, and then whatever interrupts the other tank has is gone, we can just pop a Ravenous Spirit onto them. It'll be really, really strong. So we're feeling pretty confident right now, but still kind of afraid of the double tank. But Kappa Wolves makes kind of like a crazy pick, a pick that we haven't seen in a really, really long time here. Let's see if they show it. All right, well, they pick Vikings as their last pick. So what they want to do with that strategy is they want to split up the Vikings in certain lanes, either mid bottom or mid top, and they want to put 4 heroes in another lane, and then push with those 4 heroes. Now the strategies, it used to be really, really good, and I think it still possibly has some potential, maybe, but we were really, really happy when they picked that because we have really good counter push, and we have the ability to kill the Vikings in the lanes that they're soaking. So basically what happened in the first few minutes of this game is the Vikings died a bunch, lost some soak middle, lost some soak top, and then the 4 other heroes were pushing bottom. And I think they did eventually end up getting that bottom wall, but it took them a really, really long time. With this strategy, you want to get walls, you want to get the first wall within like a minute of the wall spawning, of the creeps spawning, so within a minute of game time. But between Malfurion's Moonfire talent that does extra damage to creeps, and then Nazebo's stalling and clear and his AoE damage, and also Abathur's Spike Burst, we were able to stall them long enough to where they couldn't really get a snowbally advantage early. And that's 100% of what their comp relied on. So I think it was a good draft by both teams, honestly. I think that maybe Capitals could have drafted a second tank and been quite a bit stronger there. But we did end up winning this game pretty convincingly, and then ended up winning the game after that. Anyway, I hope that this has kind of given you guys some insight into the drafting process of a pro team, and hopefully you guys can use some of this stuff in Hero League games. Anyway, my name is Blinks. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments what you thought of the video or what kind of videos you want to see from us next. See you guys next time.
Hey guys, what's up? I'm Voice. I play with compLexity, and I wanted to show you guys a little quick demo of Murder, and you can use it when both playing with him and against him. So right now my friend is Wolf, and I have no way of seeing before watching the ratings.